I'm Kevin Berger. For more than 60 years, the ARC Minnesota has connected individuals and families of children with developmental disabilities with information, training, and resources so that they can have the same opportunities as everyone else. Their person-centered services offer individuals with developmental disabilities to be fully participating and contributing members of their communities. Here to tell us more is Don Lavin, Executive Director of the ARC Minnesota, and Jean Bender, Parent and Past President. Welcome to Newsmakers.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Don, tell us about some of the work you do advocating for people with developmental disabilities.
Thank you. Well, first, the ARC Minnesota is a statewide organization that supports children and adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities, as well as their families. We have 12 regional chapters that are scattered through all reaches of Minnesota, providing support to both individuals and families. As you mentioned, we've been doing this for 60 years, and we provide access to information, training, and resources in communities so people can have opportunities that everyone else has to live a self-determined life.
Jean, your son is one of those people that the ARC has been involved with. Tell us about his story.
David is 27 and he has multiple disabilities. When we looked at the traditional service system, they offer supports based on what a person needs or the challenges that are associated with the disability. And we wanted a more person-centered option for David because person-centered services look at a person's gifts and talents and their hopes and dreams. And then you put the services in place to support reaching those goals.
It seems like kind of a different spin on the concept of services. So how does it work in a practical standpoint for your son?
Well, David has an individualized budget that we can then use to allocate with different community agencies to provide the supports he needs. And because of that, we were able to buy a duplex, which we bought, but then the services that he receives and some of the supports are then in his own home, which is one half of the duplex. And every day he's out in the community doing a variety of things, lunch with friends, going to the health club to work out, volunteering at the local senior center and things like that.
As these changes come to our communities, I'm sure connecting with other people is really crucial. Don, there's a conference coming up where people who are involved with activities from the ARC around the state are going to get together. Can you tell us about that?
We're very excited about the annual conference this year. The conference is going to be held on Saturday, November 15th at the Shoreview Community Center in Shoreview. We're hoping to attract 300 people to this conference, and that would include people with disabilities, parents, family members, and providers of disability services. It's a wonderful opportunity for people to get together, connect around some shared values and some shared vision of what a self-determined life would look like for somebody with a disability.
So Jean, have you attended conferences like this in the past?
Absolutely, I go every year.
What have you taken away as a result?
Well, in addition to the information from the presenters and the workshops, for example, it's where I first heard about the idea of person-centered services and thought that's what I want for my son. I also connect with other family members and people who have disabilities, and we can share stories, not just about our challenges and problem solve that way, but also success stories and give each other hope. So I always leave feeling really rejuvenated and determined to help my son have the best life he can have.
Jean and Don, thank you both for joining us. Tell us about your work and the activities of the ARC. For folks who are interested in that conference November 15th or other events, it's arcmn.org. And thank you for joining us for this edition of Comcast Newsmakers.